This week in the field, why leaving right after sunset is a bad idea. Hi everyone, I'm Scott Davenport. Welcome to In the Field, this show where I take you with me on one of my photo outings and come back and talk about what went well, what didn't, what lessons I learned or relearned. Share them with you, and hopefully this all makes us better photographers. Me having to think about my photography certainly helps me, and hopefully my experiences can help you. So this week, talking about something I see time and time again with photographers that are in the same locations that I am, and it's either at sunrise or more often at sunset. So the sun is sinking and the light's getting nice and great, and maybe the sky lights up with color, maybe it doesn't, but when the sun dips below the horizon, people start packing up their gear and leaving. And that's a bad idea. 10 to 15 minutes after the sun is gone, it's invisible, the glowing orb is no longer on the horizon, you can have a lot of color play in the sky. And that happened with a recent photo outing to Sunset Cliffs in the San Diego area here. So let me show you where Sunset Cliffs is on the maps and then some footage from the shoot. So here's San Diego downtown, and Sunset Cliffs Park is right over here on the Point Loma Peninsula. Zoom in here a little bit. Switch over to the satellite view. You can see that there are all sorts of pathways and hiking trails through here, and a bit of a beach that, depending on the tides, is accessible. But the hillsides, all the different fissures and cracks and crevices are really, really cool looking. And then you get a nice view of some of the cliff faces, and also just some of the ocean floor there. It is crisp and windy on the bluffs of Sunset Cliffs. It's a really interesting cloud pattern there. You can see the sun's hidden behind it. I am hoping that nice color stays there. Some great looking patterns in the bluffs above. Extremely low tide. The tide's just about at its lowest, and so a lot of the interesting rock formations that are normally hidden are visible. And so I've perched myself on one of the areas of the cliffs. It's stable, but it offers me some interesting compositions. This one here is not bad. And then just panning down toward the south, getting interesting clouds there. I'll be a little bit wider than what I can fit in the video. And you can see there I've got the 16 to 35 mounted, ready to go. Now it's time to fine tune the composition. Wait for that sun to dip down. Hope for a little more color pop in the sky. I'll be good to go. Moved around the cliffs a little bit more, and it's starting to brighten up a little bit in the foreground. You can see the sun is starting to peek from behind those clouds. Should be a really, really nice sunset here in a bit. And this is just a fantastic vantage. The low tide is really making this a much more interesting foreground. And I think I'm going to be taking a bunch of photos here, some straight up landscapes, probably some panos as well, because it is a fantastic evening at Sunset Cliffs. Sunset's officially happened, and I am surprised, well, maybe I shouldn't be surprised, a little saddened. There have been a bunch of people out here with me. Not so much shooting, just sitting and enjoying the sunset, and they're all left as soon as the sun dipped behind the horizon, and they are missing out on what is turning into, it's just a fantastic sunset, and it's ironic, this one patch of clouds, which is really just kind of hovering right over the edge of Sunset Cliffs, and there is nothing else going on anywhere else on the horizon as far as I can see, and so this is just one of those times where you have to be in the right place at the right time. So if I'd left right after the sun went down, I would have had a very pleasing but dull sky. The colors in the sky really started to come out after the sun had gone beneath the horizon. So I like to set up, fix that composition that I really want for a sunset, and then stay put and be parked and take the exposures 20, 30 minutes all through that time where the sun is just above the horizon to it's well beneath the horizon, and it's getting darker and darker because those skies might light up, and it gives you more options in post. So the tip of the week, if it wasn't obvious, is don't leave when the sun immediately sets. Hang around for 15 to 20 more minutes, maybe even a half an hour, depending on where you are on the earth and how long and lazy a sunset might be or how quick it is. And because there's more light to be had once the sun dips beneath the horizon. That is it for this episode of In the Field. Hope you've enjoyed it, gotten a tip or two you can use on your next photo outing. If you have questions in the meantime, we'd love to hear from you. You can contact me through my website, comments here on the video, on the blog, wherever you'd like to get in touch with me. I am all ears. So until next time, my name's Scott Davenport. Happy shooting.